We're following a new development with those Thruway workers who were laid off earlier this week. We've got word tonight that some of them are being offered the opportunity to come back to the fold, but with a catch. We'll get to that in just a moment, but first, the facts first. The hundreds of job cuts at the authority we've actually been telling you about since January, but we finally heard about them officially this week that they were happening. The authority says that the move will save the Thruway more than $20 million. Well, now we are also learning a bit more about those savings. Jennifer Lewke is live now with the job offer that those cut workers are getting, as well as the strings attached to it. Jen?
Dory, there's some long strings attached to that. These employees tell me they were making $22 per hour full time. Now they're being called and they're being offered $12 an hour to work part time with no benefits. These are toll takers. They also say the woman making the call is telling them if they don't accept, it might jeopardize their unemployment benefits. In a statement to CBS6 that we got just about 40 minutes ago, the Thruway Authority says, quote, "We regularly hire part-time workers in a range of jobs, and we are doing all that we can to support employees who were recently laid off from our organization. To that end, whenever possible and appropriate, we look to hire laid off employees in part-time or other essential Thruway Authority and Canal Corp positions." But when it comes to the issue of unemployment, well, that's where things get a little sticky. Labor rules say that after you claim 13 full weeks of benefits, you have to accept work that pays prevailing wage and at least 80% of the highest base pay you ever earned. So in this situation, the unemployment office will determine how these offers would impact benefits on a case-by-case basis. Now, on to another issue. During the layoffs earlier this week, a number of Canal workers lost their jobs too. Initially, the head of the Canal Corp, which is part of the Thruway Authority, said the layoffs would not impact the operation of the lock system, but today he backtracked on that. In an email sent to his employees, Brian Stratton says the layoffs will force the Canal Corp to scale back and run a reduced operating schedule this season. And even with those changes, he says resources will be strained and the people who still work there will be asked to do much more. The union that represents those workers, CSEA, claims they'll be forced to move between locks, and that will likely drive up overtime costs, thus eliminating any savings the Thruway Authority thought they would be seeing with these layoffs. Now, obviously, all of this has caused major morale issues at the Thruway Authority. Even those workers who didn't lose their jobs, in some cases, had to shift into new positions because of union bumping rules, positions they tell me they had little or no training for. Dory.
Certainly a lot still unfolding there with these positions. Thank you very much, Jen Lewke, live in our Albany newsroom tonight.